Spear Tech Co. Segment 2, Smart Tips and Tricks. In this segment, we will be talking about 6 ways on how to keep your computer virus and spyware free while also making your computer seem like you just got it out of the box. Now, our first step will be showing you 6 programs to make it easier for your computer to respond well and to check if there is any viruses and spyware. Our first program we'll be talking about is a program that many of you are familiar with. Windows Vista comes with it. For Windows XP, you're going to have to download it from the Microsoft website. It's very easy. I'll put a link in the description. And that is Microsoft Windows Defender. You would see it right here with the wall. When you install it, you'll get this screen. It will ask you to update it. You will update it. Then, after you're done with that, you might want to do a full scan. Check for some spyware. About once a day, you're going to want to do a quick scan. You can set that up in Tools, in Options, and you can set it to frequency, approximate time you want to do it, and the type of scan. You can either be a quick scan or a full scan. Also in the Options and Tool window, you can delete quarantined items. That means spyware that is collected. And also you can control the programs the Windows Defender goes into to check. Now the next program we'll be using is your antivirus software. As you can see on the screen popped up, I use Consumer Associates. It's a very popular software used by many big companies. Well, some people use Norton Antivirus, Syntac, Trendco, all that stuff. Also, there are a lot of freewares that you can use, like AVG software. Now, you're going to want to keep your software updated. I will show you how to do that with CA. You can do it the same way with Norton Antivirus. Now, you see the update button here. You're going to want to update it every week, or if you're really worried, about every couple of days. Updating only takes a few minutes. It downloads it if you have fast internet connection, installs it pretty fast, and that's all you have to do. With the antivirus, you're going to want to do that once a week at least. You could do a full scan or a quick scan. I recommend doing full scans every week, quick scans every couple days. Now spyware scans, those are much faster to do, and they go through the files very fast, and they check if there's any spyware in your computer. Spyware occurs much more than viruses. Now you can see that I'm starting the scan right now. And you see that took about 5 seconds, which is not that much time you waste. So I recommend doing this once a day to once every 2 days. It would be best by that. And also you can see I have a CA personal firewall. Now usually all antivirus softwares come with a personal firewall. I would recommend if you have XP to disable the Windows firewall and use the firewall that is dedicated to your antivirus software. It's much better, and if you ever get a virus, the antivirus software customer service will help you get rid of that virus because they are obligated to. But if you have Vista, I would recommend still using the antivirus software. But if you have antivirus software like AVG, then I would really recommend you use the Vista, because Vista is supposed to have very good security centers. Now our next software is something that is very common to much computer users, which is Spybot Search and Destroy. This software is free. It's freeware. You can get it online. I'll post a link in the description too. Now when you install it, it'll come up to this screen, load in Spyware Search and Destroy. Give you this message. Then what you're going to want to do when you first install it, you're going to want to go to this little world with an arrow on it, update. Once you do that, it'll check for updates, and this one has no new updates, but you'll get a list of servers. Pick the safest one. Then you'll see a bunch of lists for patches. Click them all, install them all, take about a few seconds, then you're all ready to go. After that, you can go to search and destroy. You take this, click this button, it checks for all problems, it sends out bots to different parts of the computer, checking for spyware, viruses, registry errors, everything. Then all the problems come down here, and it asks you if you want to fix them, delete the problems, and that's what you do. And we have here recovery software. You can make a recovery disk with this program. Also, you can immunize your hardware to different viruses and spyware. And that's about it with this. And next software we're using is a very common software that's been on Windows since probably Windows 95, Disk Cleanup, which is in all programs, accessories, system tools, and Disk Cleanup. Now, Disk Cleanup takes all the temporary files and all the files that you don't use often and compiles them into a registry. After it compiles it, it brings it into a list, and it tells you would you like to delete these files. Usually you're going to want to delete all the files because it wouldn't tell you to delete any important files. Usually temporary, recycling bin, web page files, nothing really important. So you're going to want to delete all that, and you'll see a dramatic change in the hard drive space you'll have. It usually gives up a few megabytes to a few gigabytes, which is pretty good if you have a small hard drive. Now, our next software, which is very popular since '95, is also in the same folder and is the Disk Defragmenter. Now, this, probably many people are familiar with, defrags the system, which means it takes all the cluster and all the files that are taking up space that they don't need to be taken up, and it compacts it to get more space into your hard drive. Now, when you first open this up, you're going to want to go to Analyze, which makes sure that you really need to defrag your system. It takes about a few seconds, then a pop-up comes up saying you do not need to defragment this volume, or you need to defragment this volume. Mine says you do not need to. I can see the report. The cluster is only 4 kilobytes, which is a very low number. Now, if it was megabytes or gigabytes, it would probably say you would want to do that. You would want to defrag. So what you would do is you would see the report, you would click defrag, and it would take about either an hour to overnight to defrag the system. And after that, you will see probably a change in your performance in your computer and the hard drive space. Now, our next software we're using is Windows Update. Now, Windows Update, you're going to want to keep your system updated. The updates for Vista are going to be Windows updates for security reasons, and XP you're going to really want to do updates. Try looking for them once a day even. See if there's any important security updates, security patches, updates for compatibility. You're going to really want to do this. Then when you get to this window, which happens in XP, Vista they have their own download center. This, you click on custom, and what comes up is, first comes up the high priority, which downloads that you need to download to keep your computer safe and running smooth. Now, it could take a few minutes to a few seconds to check for the latest updates, and once it's done, it'll come up with all these options. High priority, you can see I have none here, but when you first install the system and when you haven't done it in a while, you'll find a lot here. You always install those first. You have software optional updates, which is either good because it finds the hardware and software in your computer and gets the drivers updates and the add-ons and all the updates for your Microsoft products like Microsoft Office, Office Live, your Internet Explorer updates, compatibility, root certificate, base cards, PowerShells. So here I have my graphic card driver, so it takes all the hardware, provides the updated drivers for them. It's a very good, useful tool. You're going to want to check this every day to every 2 days. And that's about it. And if you have any comments or questions about this video, any comments or questions about desktop I'm using, about any of the graphics, please don't hesitate to ask. You can message me at my channel, comment me on the video, and I'll be sure to answer back. I have links to some of the software I've used on the description if you'd like to go check it out and download some of it, and more videos to come. Thank you.